If you intend to be exceptional, you're going to have to do things that others don't agree with. It's how I was going to start this video, but you know, who the fuck am I to say that? I realize I tend to look around for confirmation when I want to do things, and the more things I experience, the more I realize that if I want that visionary charisma, if I want to be the kind of person who makes the first move, who leads, who builds something meaningful, I don't have the freedom to keep second guessing myself and look around for thumbs up or confirmation or, yeah, Vernon, that's a good idea, you know. Reassurance feels safe. Action creates risk of failure, rejection, embarrassment. Reassurance is our way of outsourcing certainty. And resting in that safety of reassurance comes at a great cost. We start to doubt ourselves, and we will always hold this mistrust for our own judgment. We start to be dependent on other people for taking action. And let's be honest here, that's quite gay. Mark Twain says, a man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. What you might need is to remove this habitual urge to look for reassurance before you do something. To build anything meaningful, you're probably going to have to act before you feel ready. A 2010 Harvard study on decision making found that people who made quicker, imperfect decisions without over-consulting others reported higher satisfaction and better long-term outcomes than those who overanalyzed every move. Whenever I want to do something, I need a good justification that other people would agree with before I do it. If I want to speak to this girl, I need a great reason to do it. Maybe she drops her pen or she's wearing something hilariously weird. Otherwise, I cannot speak to her. I almost need to find a rationalizable excuse for anything that I do. It has to conform with societal expectations. If not, I am so afraid of doing it. Making videos online was always fucking terrifying to me because other people would find it and then they would watch it amongst themselves right in front of me and laugh at me for it. When I have to make choices, I will ask my friends and family whether they think that choice is weird. And I'm not consulting them because I'm looking for a second opinion. I know in my mind that I'm going to rationalize with them all the way until they accept my choice. If I fail at a physical test or something along those sort, I will look for excuses that I can find and then I will confirm that excuses with my friends. Oh, it's cause the way they set up this thing is terrible, right? And then they'll agree with me. And then they will help me justify my reasons so that I could sit in that comfort of knowing that I only failed because of these following excuses. And I struggle to be assertive with my words if I want to do something. The fact that I care about YouTube and I want to do well with it, when I tell someone that I'm doing YouTube, I'll first downplay it, say that it's weird, say that I don't really like it, say that I'm just trying something out even though I know for certain that I love this shit and I want to do it all the way. We're afraid to talk about our ambitions because we know people would challenge them. I would cheat on my diet, play video games, go to places with people that I don't want to go with, just so they don't find me weird. And if we want to consistently move forward and build something of substance, I don't think we have the freedom to wait until we feel certain and set up all the safety nets. When you do what you see fit, people will push back. Not always because you're wrong, but kinda because you're different. This is something we can't fully prepare for, and we're not gonna be able to turn every awkward interaction where somebody disagrees with us into a perfectly charismatic approach where it ends smoothly. Sometimes when people mock us, laugh at us, or reject our ideas, we're just gonna have to take it like a submissive good boy. Every major breakthrough looks weird at the start. Every strong vision looks like arrogance. Every strict boundary gets called selfish. But you have to remember that some people are optimizing for comfort, and you're optimizing for meaning, growth, and legacy. As absolutely retarded that sounds, you know, some of us just have different goals, and that's not saying that you're better than them or anything like that. And that could scare people, the fact that you're different, and then they will outwardly express it in not the nicest ways. So just because somebody denies you, it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something wrong. It could hilariously mean that you're actually doing something right. At some point, we're gonna have to say, I can't be bothered to explain, but I'm doing this anyway. Let the feedback follow action, not replace it. Arthur Clarke says that the only way to discover the limits of the possible is to go beyond them into the impossible. So you want guaranteed outcomes, you want support from the people you care about, you want a perfect reason, a perfectly rationalized, justified, socially accepted reason to do something. But those things are remarkably unreliable. What makes somebody different is acting first, evaluating later. If you're watching this video, you and me were probably incredibly self-aware, self-conscious, overthinking, itchy-brained, strange people, and we're gonna struggle so hard with this. But if we're able to act first, if we're able to close out those pointless habitual thoughts that need to look for reassurance, for our acts to conform to social acceptance, for our parents to accept us, for all our friends to tell us that it's a good idea, we'll take too long to take action. And I think we'll learn more from doing the thing than thinking about doing the thing. If we want to build streamlined and sharpened judgment, we might need to start acting before everybody agrees with it. That's how we're gonna learn faster, build more momentum, and finally change. to become the person we want to be, right? So let's stop asking for permission. Of course, don't rape somebody. Let's start acting on what feels right. Let's build evidence that we actually have decent judgment. If not, we're gonna feel like shit forever. You got this. I love you. Good luck. It's a better world.